This is really a freaking cool building. If you have any interest for stuff like this. So fascinating. Not entirely sure about that window to the top right there. You have this, I have no idea what that tree is in English, sorry, but the tree to the right of the window, the tallest one, tall green one there. I feel if I try to include the entire art, like not archway, but the door in both of the windows, it feels very heavy on the right side. So I have excluded that tree, and now I'm just trying to frame up the rest, but I'm not sure if I should include the windowsill, the window frame or not, but it does look a bit weird without. So I'm just a bit scared that it would just leave a big black hole in the top right corner of the image, making it look a little bit weird. And of course it starts to rain, making everything a lot harder. The sharpness is very happy with this, and I hope the light translates well on this scene. It's quite a diffused light. It's overcast now, it's rainy, but there's a sun that is trying to poke through, and it's making it like a giant softbox, giving the light a little bit of life to it, a little bit of direction, but soft enough that it doesn't create these very dark shadows, which I don't like. Okay, so for those of you who haven't figured out what I'm doing right now with this is something I made about a year ago. So it's not easy to kind of foresee the panorama with that camera. So that's why I made this. So I can just put it up to my face and I can look through it, and I can extend my arm, and then I kind of zoom in and I retreat it like this, and it gets wider. It looks a bit like this. And to do this, I have to take vertical shots and I have to overlap them a little bit, and then I just have to stitch them back together in Photoshop later. But it's nice to have something to see before you take the photo so that you kind of know what you're aiming for. It does look like we have some serious rain coming in. So I'm gonna put you underneath the trunk cover here. And of course, it started to rain quite a bit. Oh, take this off. Give my elbow some rest here. Just moving it back, a little bit back and forth. The light and everything just disappeared. So now I'm kind of like, there's no point for me to take any photo right now because it becomes very lifeless, very colorless, and it will not look great. So I think I just have to sit here for a little while and see what happens, and hopefully the clouds will pass and some light will shine through.
I did end up waiting for quite some time, but after a while the clouds passed and I was able to start taking my panoramic photo. At first I filmed a lot and talked about how I do my panoramic photos, but this turned out to be a very long section of this video, so I decided to cut it out. But if this is something that you want to know more about, let me know in the comments.
Okay, so now I have one composition left that I know I want to take, unless something else reveals itself to me. But yeah, so I just freaking love stuff like this. That plant is something we call efe in Norwegian. I have no idea what it is in English. I have to check that afterwards. And the way that it just clings on to that building and tries to kind of get inside and take everything over, take it back, that's one of the most intriguing and fascinating things that I know. When I see stuff like this, I become like a little child again. My sense of adventure just go through the freaking roof. I just want to go over and just look at it and touch it and see it and just like experience the whole thing. And I have no idea why, but who cares? I'm going to photograph it anyway. So, and the really cool thing about this is that you have the window that sits behind it, and that kind of adds to me, I think, a little bit of interest to the entire scene. So let's try and photograph it before we get any more rain. So here we have the composition all set, and fire away. Click. Now let's see. My god, the sharpness is so freaking amazing. Wow. Man, I really can't wait to show you this. Oh, I think that might be perhaps my favorite photo from this place. I was just about to pack up when I suddenly noticed something through the window that I just absolutely have to try and photograph. There's a painting or something, I think it's a painting, hanging on the wall, and you can see it through the broken window, and there's this curtain that is blowing back and forth in the light breeze. Okay, so the really tricky thing here is that I need to have a slight breeze that blows in through that broken window so I can photograph the picture hanging on the wall. And that was not so easy to time because I need to have a decent shutter speed too, so that I'm actually able to freeze everything and not have like a motion blur on those curtains. At least I don't think that will look good. Here you can see what I'm looking at. Just try and brighten it up a bit perhaps. And you can see right there is a picture. It looks, here we go, perhaps. I'm this freaking close. Oh, come on. So the father of motherfucker. Oh, there we have it. Oh, come on, take it. Did I get it? Yes, I got it. Is it in focus too? I think it is.